Hello, hello, brothers and sisters. We are happy to welcome you to a new edition of our show titled Speak of Africa. We have another great show for you today. There's so much happening, but the news that is really dominating the airwaves is the US 2020 presidential elections. Finally, Joseph R. Biden has won. He has become the 46th president of the United States. Interestingly, it looks like President Donald Trump is still mulling through his defeat. He has not yet considered defeat, but the way the American system works, you guys are going to see it. The way this system works, Americans believe in the Constitution. They believe in the rule of law. President Trump has tried to play games with this important document. Unlike African head of states who treat the Constitution like toilet paper, Americans treat their Constitution like a god. They respect that document. It was written by the founding fathers. As we say, from the very beginning, democracy in America was like an experiment to see if people can organize themselves the way the ancient Greeks did, but in a more sophisticated fashion. Over so many years, this document has held on. Usually you have two schools of thought. You have the originalists who believe in the text, the way it was conceived by the founding fathers. Then you have the creative guys who think they can read it in light of the new context of today. But fundamentally, Americans believe in this document. Okay? So we know it's just a matter of time. President Trump would hear the wind blowing and he will know that it's time to leave. He can make that noise, but already those same guys who are guarding him, those secret service agents, they will arrest him and lock him up in a small room, and that will be over. So right now, he's just behaving like a kid. In fact, if you see so many of the videos which we can share with you on this show today, so many of you send us a lot of funny pictures and videos making fun of Donald Trump. In fact, I cannot help just sharing them with you because they just made me laugh and laugh and laugh. In fact, I really had fun today just watching pictures of Donald Trump making a fool of himself. Then some of the people are very creative. In fact, one of the videos, I think a black guy is a truck driver. He has just arrived at the front of the White House, ready to pack Trump's things and take them out.
Hey, can one of y'all motherfuckers please let Trump know I'm outside? Now, I done came all the way up here from Arkansas and brought my truck and trailer to help y'all move some of this shit. Done. I'll strap your big ass down, too, if I need to. Hey, y'all ain't necessarily got to go home, but you got to come the hell up out of there. Let's go.
Then another guy shows a picture of Trump carrying his own bags to leave the White House. Then, of course, Hillary Clinton also was part of the fun game. She, too, was also making fun of Trump. One picture, we saw Hillary driving a bus to announce that Trump's time is up. Then, of course, another video which made us laugh a whole lot is a video of the former President Barack Obama. He was in the Oval Office dancing to some Jamaican music. In fact, this victory is also a victory for Africans because for the first time, a woman of African descent has become the vice president of this country. So that's a new thing that we can really celebrate and be proud of. So when we look at all of this, we ask ourselves, in the context of democracy winning, why is democracy not winning in Africa? You've seen all these pictures, you've enjoyed the celebration. When a president is not doing the right thing, the people should vote him out. You've seen the way strong institutions operate. President Trump may be making that noise, but we know that the Secret Service, the Pentagon, the CIA, or FBI, the Army, they don't work for Donald Trump. They work for the United States of America. And that's the distinction. If there are lessons we can learn as Africans, we can learn about the peaceful transfer of power from one party to another. Donald Trump may be making those noises, but most of the responsible people look at Donald Trump like a baby. They just feel he's whining. The time is up. Soon, if he doesn't behave, they'll throw him out. And they'll throw him out just like a thug. In fact, you can even see some videos of some of you, you sent us some videos showing the way Americans have thrown Trump out.
Fuck off! You think I'm playing games, man? Hey, I'm fucking somebody else. Hey!
So it's so funny. It makes me really laugh, and I think I really enjoy myself just watching these videos. Please continue sending the videos to us, because when I watch these videos, analyze them, and they really make me laugh. So this is very good comedy. So that tells me that my African people are very creative. I see the way you use Photoshop, Adobe Premiere to really document some of this stuff. So that shows me my people really have a lot of technical skills. So I'm really impressed. Now, who were the ones calling to congratulate President-elect Joe Biden? Of course, President Buhari of Nigeria was one of the first who called to congratulate President-elect Joe Biden. But of course, we know that Biden was one of the first also to criticize President Buhari of Nigeria over the Lekki massacre. So he did not really mince his words. So do you think President Buhari is really happy with Biden's victory? We don't really think so. He's just playing politics. You can even see a picture President Buhari had taken with former Vice President Joe Biden. But when Biden started criticizing him over the Lekki massacre, and I know he took notice, and he knows that this administration is going to be focusing on human rights. They're not going to be like President Trump, who gives carte blanche to African dictators. So now is the time that things are changing in the United States. African dictators have to sit tight, because this new administration will focus attention on them. Human rights issues will be discussed, and Biden as president will be a thorn in their flesh. So they should watch out. They should not just accept it like it's just business as usual. We can do whatever we want to do, and nobody can tell us what to do. It's good to be careful. Even former President Olusegun Obasanjo also congratulated President-elect Biden. So you can see that Nigeria is in the action. Before the results were even out, we saw a lot of pictures of Nigerians protesting because they wanted Donald Trump to win the election again. So this video really made me really laugh. I said, wow, so Africans are really paying attention to what is happening in America. They are protesting because they wanted Donald Trump to be re-elected. Sadly for them, Donald Trump was not re-elected, but it just shows you how informed our people are. So I just laughed, and I think this video of today has so much to really make me laugh, and I really congratulated some of them, because you could see the pictures of a lot of Nigerians at home in the motherland. Protesting because they want to support Donald Trump. Somebody told us that those protests were really engineered by some Nigerian televangelists who support Donald Trump. So they made members of their churches to really go out in the street and protest as if they support Donald Trump. Unfortunately, Africans cannot vote in the United States. You guys are in Africa, you cannot vote. Americans have voted. They've made their voices heard. So they really believe that if you are there for 4 years, if we're not happy with the job you've done, we'll kick you out. So now we're going to move to Ambazonia.
Have you heard the latest healthcare news? There's been a medical programming breakthrough. Let's go to Ali and Ron for more.
Thanks, Seb. A Good Samaritan is offering Alexia HTC, a new EMR EHR, to doctors for free. Certainly, this free offer will shake things up in the medical software industry. Alexia HTC is a David pitting itself against the Goliaths, Epic, Cerner, and Meditech, which are old and cost too much money. What happens if you figure out how to build a new EMR EHR on the web for pennies on the dollar? You give it away to the suffering physicians for free.
Want to learn more about how these two powerhouse solutions will help you win more business? Schedule a demo below. In just minutes, Alexia HTC can help you access a patient record, enter an order, write a note, prescribe a medication, generate a charge, and create a super bill. Plus, Alexia Care Corporation, the vendor of the new web application, offers full customer service and training support free of charge. Who can beat that?
The main story in Amazonia is the kidnapping and release of Cardinal Christian Tumi. Cardinal Christian Tumi is a retired cardinal. He has really been a staunch critic of President Paul Biya for making a mockery of democracy. But during the Amazonian crisis, Christian Tumi, as a cardinal, has also made a whole lot of news for himself. But the Amazonian Restoration Forces do not like the fact that he is pro-federalism. Because among the Anglophones, it looks like a minority of the people are not really looking for independence. They are looking for federation. Then others just want the status quo. But over 90% of the people of that region are clamoring for independence, for the restoration of their independence. So in this light, a lot of the Amazonian Restoration Forces were looking at Cardinal Tumi as a black leg. They feel like he talks with one side of his mouth and talks with the other side of his mouth. Finally, when they arrested him, the guys treated him humanely. They told him they are not arresting him because they want any ransom. They just wanted him to take a message to his master, President Paul Biya, that the restoration fighters are not going to lay down their arms. And the guys also did not like the fact that Christian Tumi, as former cardinal, was always telling some of the Amazonian fighters to lay down their arms. They didn't like that. And eventually, they released him and they let him go his way. They did not ask for ransom. So this really made these guys gain a lot of respect from the people because they did not maltreat him. They just wanted to question him, then make him take a message to President Paul Biya. So this is really the dominant news. But at the same time, too, school reopening has really been chaotic and barbaric. We've told you in the past few weeks the way a lot of children have been killed because of schools. There's even another video where you could see restoration fighters chasing children, forcing them to remove their clothes and chasing them out of classrooms naked. It was really a horrifying scene, but there's a lot of chaos just dealing with the whole school resumption issue. People ask us, why is school resumption a major issue in this crisis? It is because it has come to signify dictatorship. When people look at school resumption, the whole idea of school, they look at it like a colonial tool, a tool they are using to change the way they think. So they want to get rid of this colonial mentality. French education is bad. It's the same thing when Boko Haram says Western education is bad. The Amazonian Restoration Fighters are saying that French education is bad. They want to restore the Anglo-Saxon system. So when these people come and they see some of these schools that are led by the Biya regime, they don't like it. And they try to focus and get the students not to go to school. We understand it's really sad when a new generation of children is growing up without education. It's really sad. But we just hope a regime like Mr. Paul Biya would understand that children need to go to school. We need to make peace because peace is the way to resolve problems. You cannot just sit and say my way or the highway. So you can even see another video we're going to show you and some pictures. In 1983, when I came to the United States of America, Ronald Wilson Reagan was president. Paul Biya also was president in Cameroon. So many presidents have come and gone in the United States, and we're just having a new one, Joe Biden. But President Paul Biya is still there. So now he's celebrating his 38th year in power. So when we look at all of this, we say to ourselves, this is enough time for this individual to make room for another person to rise to the helm. When you look at what is happening in the United States, it makes us look like fools. Why is one person staying in power for this long when he doesn't really have anything to do to help his people? It's really sad. So this is why a lot of these problems are happening. We're explaining all of this so that if you're a foreign person, you should understand why there's so much chaos in this part of the world. Don't just think that it's just madness. No, the people are revolting. There's a civil war in the northwest and southwest regions of that part of the world. The people are tired of marginalization and they want to be free. As much as the Paul Biya government is using the military and Bulu militias to kill a lot of people, these people are like Spartans. They are dying, but they are not surrendering. Every day they're killing them. More people are coming out of the woodwork and protesting. So if Mr. Biya has any illusions about resolving this issue with military might cannot succeed. We've said this so many times. It's creating a civil war. Many innocent people are dying. Finally, UNICEF has really been shocked by the degree of brutality which is going on in this part of the world. So we think UNICEF may actually share this report with the United Nations so that things can be done. We are really confident that with the coming of the Biden administration, more light is going to be shed on this Paul Biya regime because things are not going to stand. The status quo is not going to stand because there's been enough bloodshed. A lot of the lobbies are going to, the Biden government looks into this Anglophone issue. That way they can force the United Nations now to table this issue and solve this issue once and for all.
Hey yo, Shay, I thought you was gonna take me to this place so I could get my taxes done. You know I'm trying to buy a new house. What's up?
Let's get it on. If you're searching for a house, call up my man Prince Ojong, the best in real estate. Take it from your guy's shape. When I say his services are the best in the states, word is born. He even take care of your tax forms, fat refunds. So come, get your business done. Consultations, financial organization, fast processing. No waiting, this man is amazing. The Prince.
Act now and call Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131. That's 240-350-1131.
Okay, so from La République du Cameroon now, we're going to go to Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast is also a serious problem. Alassane Ouattara has just won re-election. But what is happening? Already, one of the biggest critics of his third-term project, Afi N'Guessan. Afi N'Guessan used to be a prime minister of Ivory Coast. He was arrested today because he has been criticizing the Ouattara regime because he did not like this third-term agenda. So he was arrested while he was trying to go out close to where there is his stronghold. So we think this is also going to create a lot more tension in that country, and people are going to be complaining because of this arrest. We think he should be free so that he can go about his business. Next, we're going to move to Ethiopia. We've been covering Ethiopia a lot on our show. In fact, from the very beginning of this show, we used to tell you that after so many issues and conflict in Ethiopia, there was a new prime minister who was a new kind of African leader. But the happenings of recent weeks have dispelled the good intentions we had for this leader, Abiy Ahmed. Increasingly, this is an individual who won the Nobel Prize for making peace with Eritrea. This week, we can tell you that instead of making peace, Abiy Ahmed is making war. He's declared war on the people of Tigray. The Tigray region is in the north of Ethiopia. So Abiy Ahmed is declaring war on them. So there's a whole lot of conflict going on in that area, and we are afraid that there may be a civil war in Ethiopia based on what is happening, because the chief of staff of the army was dismissed, and somebody else replaced him. In fact, there's been a reshuffle. Over 3 key people who are at the top of security in Ethiopia have been removed from their position that were really sensitive. So it means that Abiy Ahmed probably did not really have confidence in them, or they were not really ready to toe the line and accept his declaration of war against the people of the Tigray region. So the Tigray region basically were the people who were really benefiting a lot from the former regime of the Saljin. But after Abiy Ahmed came to power, he tried to marginalize them. Then they started revolting, and they wanted elections. Abiy Ahmed said because of COVID, they could not organize any elections. But the people of the Tigray region went ahead and still organized the election, and now they are really protesting and fighting for power because they feel like they have lost a whole lot of ground in terms of power and influence in the country. They used to be friends with Eritrea, but now it looks like Abiy Ahmed and Eritrea have teamed up and they want to fight the people of the Tigray region. So the conflict really deserves a whole lot of attention because if it's not well handled, the conflict may spill to other regions of East Africa. So we're really telling the forces that be that please pay attention to this crisis. If you don't, it can really become something terrible in the region.
Is your EMR EHR COVID-19 ready? If not, you do not know what you are missing. Why do you suffer in silence? Be smart. Turn to Alexia HTC today. Alexia HTC is the leader in virtual solution and communication technology in these times of pandemic crisis. When the unexpected happens, who are you going to call? Alexia HTC. Come and see how Alexia HTC Cloud Communications are enabling your fellow healthcare providers to consult with patients virtually and making big money. Alexia HTC also enables your employees to work remotely during the COVID-19 crisis. Are your employees safe? Do not jeopardize the health and safety of your patients and practice. What can Alexia HTC do for you? Alexia HTC is the new Colossus, the sister of physicians, who gives you back liberty, that is, the freedom to practice medicine your way. Vivacious virtual visits wherever you please. Amazing e-prescribing. Quick access to patient information. Easy access to medical records from other providers. Rapid drug allergy checks. Integrated lab tests and results. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled doctors yearning to breathe free. The wretched refuse of your greedy corporations. Send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed physicians, to me. I give them the refuge. The happy home of Alexia HTC. Act now. Browse alexiahtc.com or call 240-350-1131.
Next, we're going to look at Libya. We've talked to you about Libya quite a few times on this show. Libya is a big oil producer. In fact, when we look at Muammar Gaddafi, since his murder or assassination by France, especially Sarkozy, there's been no peace in that part of the world. You've always had new governments that are not really stable and the other center government, so things have not really been stable in Libya. But recently they found so many mass graves, which is a big disappointment. A lot of mass graves, over 18 people, the bodies were exhumed, and it was really terrible. And pictures really show that there are even more people who have been killed, more than 112. So this is really sad, and this is not even far from Tripoli, the capital of Libya. So this is really sad. So look at what has happened. Gaddafi said it. They're telling you to kill me. After they kill me, you guys will regret it because they want oil. And so far, all the conferences, even the peace conference that took place in Morocco, has not been able to bring peace to Libya. So we hope probably with the new Biden administration, they can try to work on this conflict so that at least the people of Libya can know peace again. We really feel bad for our people in Libya, and we pray for them, so they should know this. So we've talked to you about the issue with Nigeria. So Buhari needs to pay attention because the new government now is not going to be joking with him, okay? Because the killing of people at Lekki is not a good sign. A lot of people are really angry because of the killing of innocent civilians. So that has not really disappeared. So you may be thinking that people are not thinking about it, but a lot of people in the world are thinking about the lost lives in Lekki. So this is a big, big issue. In Nigeria, again, it looks like in Ibadan, there was a fire. So, in fact, there was a major fire, I think, in a place called, Oyo. And I think the place is called, it's Grandex. Grandex is like a supermarket. They tried to gut the fire and it just spilled, and we saw a lot of property that was really damaged. We feel sorry for the owners of this property. We're just happy that it looks like from the announcement, no lives were lost yet, but we'll be keeping in touch to see if any lives have been lost during this fire. But it was a major fire in the area is called Grandex. I think that's the name of the shopping complex. And we really feel sorry if people lost their property, and we hope they had insurance, because with insurance, at least if you have such a loss, you can be restored. You'll be able to get whatever you've lost. But if you don't have insurance, that's really sad. So this brings us also to the subject of insurance. We really want you to make sure that you insure your property, because that's what happens in the Western world. When you have property, it's a good thing to insure it. That way, people can get back what they have lost. But when you don't have insurance, when you lose something, you lose it forever. So we want our people to start recognizing the value of insurance. We, as an organization, as we told you last week, we're with Farmers Insurance. Farmers Insurance makes it possible for us to help you insure your life, your home, and any property you may have. So it's very important. Farmers Insurance we're an agent of Farmers Insurance. This can really help you to secure whatever you have. From Nigeria now, we're going to go to Senegal. Senegal, there's been a major issue with Emmanuel Macron. The Senegalese are taking Emmanuel Macron, the president of France, to task because they feel he's siding with people who are making fun. They have a cartoon of the Prophet Muhammad. So I don't think our Muslim brothers found this funny. So Emmanuel Macron has tried to play games and make excuses, but today, the people of Senegal rose in anger. They are angry because Macron is justifying making fun of the Prophet Muhammad. We do not think it's a good idea to make fun of anybody's religious leader. So this is like provoking the people. So we think as a politician, Emmanuel Macron will try now to look for ways to resolve this issue, because if he does that, it will really be good for the country, and we're really hoping this should really happen, because without this, it will create more problems. France is the colonial power of Senegal. In fact, when the country became independent, we had Léopold Sédar Senghor. Since then, other leaders have come in, Abdou Diop, then now you have Macky Sall. Macky Sall too has emerged as a very strong politician. These past weeks, he has been trying to come up with a form of a new government, making it more open, bringing in the opposition. So he's become more like a Maradona of politics, playing games with the members of the opposition. So this is as much as we can really share with you for this week, but we really want you to focus on democracy. Look at the value of democracy. Let us learn from the American experience. We have a whole lot of videos we're going to share with you which really shed light on the democratic experience. We thank you very much. We're asking you, continue sending us your stories, continue sharing our videos, continue subscribing to our channel. Subscribe, subscribe, and subscribe. May God bless you.
I'm at Favor. It's an African store by the neighborhood here, Beltsville, in back of Maryland's farm. It's been a wonderful year for the past 2 to 3 years we have in this African store here, and it's helping us, and actually it's a good place for us to come and give us support and do some shopping here. The prices are reasonable, and most of the stuff you can have is universal.
One thing I love about this store, they are very consistent and they treat the customers very, very well. You come here, you see everything that you will need for your house.
Express Driving School is the place for excitement of fast-track driver education, drug and alcohol testing, driver counseling, bilingual translation. For all your MVA needs, contact us. John F. Abbey, 6480 New Hampshire Avenue Suite, 207B. Tacoma Park, Maryland, 20912. Office phone, 301-270-0018. Cell phone, 240-644-3977. And you can reach us at our website, expressdrivingeducation.com. Medical practice software is too old. Indeed, all the programs are built on MUMPS, technology of the 1950s, and the programs cost too much money. Epic and Cerner cost billions of dollars. Meditech costs thousands of dollars too. In fact, that's why we created AlexiaHTC.com, a new and free EMR/EHR for doctors. AlexiaHTC.com is built for HIPAA. Yes, magical one-screen technology, ease of use, quick charting, amazing e-prescribing, tight labs integration, multi-office difference, because we believe doctors and patients need a break today. Be the first to test drive AlexiaHTC.com. You have nothing to lose, you have everything to gain. Act now. Call 240-350-1131. Alexia Care Corporation at AlexiaHTC.com.
Unique Auto Repair. This is a brother from Ghana. His name is Emmanuel Ofori. He has a good business and he repairs cars. He repairs all type of cars. Mercedes, Toyota, Honda, you name it. The brother does it. He repairs everything. So even if you buy a car from the auction and you need to get it fixed, go to Emmanuel Ofori, Unique Auto Repair. He will repair this for you. It's very, very good. He has repaired my cars for me many times, and I love the service. And if you mention my name, Prince Ojong, he will give you even something also.
Selling a service or a product? Need buyers? Use the African Nation TV as a channel to reach many viewers. Act now and call Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131. That's 240-350-1131. Act today.